Hey you guys, it's Brandy Chanel. Welcome back to my channel. New show alert, new show alert. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, you guys, listen. So I'm here to review BMF. That's Black Mafia Family. I think, yeah, Black Mafia Family. I am here to review BMF season 1, episode 1. So listen, when I first heard this show coming out, I was like, okay, this looks interesting. This might be something I'll be wanting to review. And then I heard that 50 Cent was like the producer, whatever. This was like kind of like his show. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. Let me just say this, right? Before I get into the review, I feel like this is the same story, different time, different people, different plays, different, different events that happen. Like, I feel like it's the same story. We have enough of these types of shows. And what I mean by this types of shows is we have enough of the young man who grew up in the projects or grew up in the hood. He grew up poor, either with a single parent, his mom, or parents were just broke, didn't have a whole lot of money. So then as he got older, he got into the drug game, and he either met someone who showed him the game and worked under them, and then at some point he went off on his own and started becoming the biggest drug dealer on the block or in the city, in the state. I don't know, but I feel like we have enough of those types of shows, right? We have Snowfall, we had Power, we had Power Book 2, now we got Raising Kanan. We had The Wire, which was, it was with the cops too, but still it was the same type of show. Just it's the same type of show. Like, even though I love Snowfall is one of my favorite shows. I keep that for myself. I don't review it because I keep it for myself. I feel like we've heard this story before, but I was like, you know what, let me watch it. Let me give it a try. Let me see if I like it, if it's something I'm going to continue to watch. And after this first episode, I have to say I'm completely like, I'm interested. Like, I'm really, especially at the ending, y'all. Especially at the ending. I'm kind of excited about this show. I feel like I should make it a part of my schedule to review this show along with Our Kind of People. So without further ado, let me just go ahead and get on with this review. I think I'm talking too much. So we in Detroit, 2005. It looks like the older version of Big Meech just came home from jail. It looks like they're having, the little welcoming home party, welcome home barbecue. You know how we do when people spend time in jail, and we throwing them a big party for coming out of jail. I don't know why that's something to celebrate, but okay. So, he comes home, they're having a party for him, and he's looking at his house. We don't know if that's his house at first, but then as he go through the story, we're noticing that is his house. So we are meeting the Meech and his family. We have Meech, his brother Terry, his father, what is it, Charles. We meet his father Charles, his mother Lucille. I can't remember his sister's name, but we meet them, right? And they are on the kitchen. Terry looking for something to eat, ain't nothing to eat, in the refrigerator. The refrigerator ain't got shit to eat. Okay. He ain't took a shower yet because they ain't got no cold water, so they was boiling some water. They was trying to turn the stove over because he wanted some boiling water to take a shower. And the mama told him to, take a shower after his brother. I don't want to make fun of, I'm not making fun of the situation, but I am blessed to not have grown up in those types of conditions. Because when she say take a bath after your brother, I thought that was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard in my life. I was like, take a bath out of his brother? Girl, you know what kind of dirt? And these is little boys. I was like, oh no. I don't know, y'all. Okay, and his brother Terry at a game event. Okay, so they're at the house. The father seems to be like a blue collar worker. I think he was a plumber or something, or a mechanic. I don't know. I think he was a plumber because that's the kind of uniform he had on. So he leaves the house. Meech and his brother leave. They go to the store, and then they meet his boss, Meech's boss, and they get into the car with him. And then it fast forward to some part in the 80s or whatever, right? So Meech and his brother are at a game. They're at some type of event, some type of stadium. I don't know where they're at, but they're at a stadium, and they're confronting some not gang members. I don't know. Y'all, I don't know how to refer to these people. Some other drug dealers, I guess. I don't know this life. I never pretended like I was from anybody's hood. So they're gang members to me. I don't know. But they are approaching another drug dealer, and they're discussing selling on their territory. Like the other drug dealers, they're already taking over that area. So Meech is trying to take over the area, and they're trying to have a negotiation with them. But Terry pulls out a gun, and he kind of fucks up the negotiation process. So they didn't get the area that they needed. All was forgiven, and they walked away. Okay. So then we meet Lamar. Okay. Lamar. So hold up. Before we get to Lamar, okay, I want to talk about the dinner table scene with the family. Okay. So Terry and Meech go back home. They're discussing what just happened. Terry has the gun, and he just hides it in a little desk somewhere. There's a drawer somewhere. His mom comes in, tell her dinner is ready. They all go down to dinner, right? So I'm guessing that Meech is, at this point, Meech is not in school. Terry is in school, and he's like the golden child, right? Because I think the thing is, they know what Meech is doing, and they don't like it. So now they're putting all their hopes and dreams on the Terry, hoping that he goes to school, and from what we know, he makes good grades. So he's like the golden boy. And I think the father, in Meech's mind, favors him more than they favor Meech because he's still in school. I don't think they know that I don't think they know that Terry is out there with Meech. They don't know that he's selling drugs just as well. It's basically a partnership. Like, they're in business together, and they don't know that. They think it's just Meech, right? I also get a sense that, Meech is the, in this first episode, from what I see, Meech is the brains behind the operation. He's the person that makes shit happen. And I think Terry is just the muscle. He's there to calm the situation down. He's there to make sure his brother is safe. Talk some sense into his brother when when your shit ain't right. So, but I honestly think that Meech is the brains behind the operation, right? Okay, so then we meet Lamar. Y'all, Lamar may be the reason why I continue to watch this show. I mean, I want to see what this man is like. Lamar is crazy. Lamar is out there. We're going to get into more of his story later on. Lamar is at a restaurant, a little burger joint, whatever, okay? And he's talking to Daniel. Daniel is new management, okay? He's asking for Duke. I think he said his name was Duke. He's asking for Duke. Duke no longer works there. It's now Daniel. No, he's asking for Daniel, who he calls Duke. And I think the guy's name was Jeremy or something like that. I can't remember the new manager's name. But he's new management, okay? Lamar just got out. He just got out, but I'm gonna say later on where he just came from, okay? Because then y'all understand. So he just got out, right? And things have changed, okay? At this particular restaurant, they are no longer serving loose burgers, okay, and chili cheese fries, okay? They have changed the menu, okay? And this bothers Lamar. This bothers Lamar so much so that he bangs the new manager's head on the table. He starts fucking up the counter and says the next time he comes here, the original menu better be back up on there, okay? Them loose burgers better be on the menu. You better have a number 4, and you better supersize it, okay? Not stop playing with me, okay? That man was so scared. Oh my God, that Lamar is going to be the reason why I keep watching this show. Anyway, while Lamar is there, you have the other guys. Y'all remember originally in this review, I said there were the other guys, the other drug dealers who were negotiating with Meech and his brother about the new territory. They were there and they saw it. So there's some foreshadowing for you from what happens. So Big Meech goes to talk to his boss, and they talk about the competition. His boss basically is like, don't be no punk. You want to sell in that area, go ahead and sell in that area, because the competition is getting real out here, and you need to, demand your territory. You need to mark your territory and basically be like, I'm not scared of you niggas. I'm going to stay here. He basically wants him to man up, basically. Okay, so we meet up with Meech's coach, and to help him secure another location. Okay, so we meet this coach. The coach is played by, I can't think of his name. He was played by the dark-skinned dude from Diary of a Mad Black Woman, right? And he's basically asking him to help him with a little situation. So earlier in the show, Big Meech is meeting up with his team, his people, his crew that help him, distribute the drugs all over the neighborhood, right? And this lady comes up and she's like, y'all need to get up out of here, and y'all need to move, y'all need to go on, and blah, 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 and all this other stuff. So he is approaching the coach to help him with that situation. We're going to find out later how he helped him with that situation, right? Okay, so Terry's at school. He's getting into it with this guy. Now, this is important because it's going to play a part towards the end of the episode. So this part is important, right? He's arguing with this other guy. This guy seems to be jealous of him. I think it's a jealousy because he is making so much money. He keeps bringing up Terry's girlfriend who was pregnant, keep making little jabs about her being a teen mom, being pregnant, and what he gonna do to take care of him. They get into an argument, they leave. They're in school, so, they get in trouble. Okay, Meech is at home. When he gets home, he finds his mom and his dad sitting there, and they said they found a gun. This is the same gun that Terry had earlier that he didn't get out the house. He just hid it. So his mom was up there doing laundry and found the gun. And they have a whole argument about it. His dad basically, throws him out. They have a fight. Meech reveals that there is something going on with that they're not able to pay their mortgage. He didn't know that. He did not know that. And so how their family is set up, he makes the money. He takes the money to the mama, and the mama, she pay the bills. She makes sure all the bills are paid. And mind you, they are all living off that one paycheck. She had to go get a job at Wendy's, but most of the bills in that house is paid off of that one paycheck. And he doesn't make enough to pay for everything. And plus, if something happens within the household, like something gets broke, there was a situation where their car got messed up and they needed the money to fix it. So his paycheck don't cover all of that. So she got behind and he didn't know about it. She didn't tell him. So there we go. Meech leaves the house. He goes over to his girlfriend's house. And of course, this wouldn't be a 50 Cent production without him fucking some girl, without somebody in the show fucking some girl with big titties. So after they get finished fucking, right, and the girl lay down, I'm looking at her, I'm like, girl, is that Cash Doll? So then I look up the show, and it is Cash Doll. I was like, okay, boo, you better get on that, honey. And y'all do know, I think Cash Doll is from Detroit. So I was like, okay, girl. Lamar visits Cash Doll, the girlfriend, who is now Meech's new girlfriend. And so I think they may have a daughter together, even though she said, she told Lamar that that she may not be his, and that she may be the only daddy he know, and he's trying to see her. He gives her a bracelet to give to the little girl, and at some point, you know, he leaves, but he doesn't truly leave, right? He's in the back somewhere. He drives off in the cut, and he's playing music, and he's watching Cash Doll's plates. And he sees Meech and Cash Doll hugging and kissing. So obviously that's the reason why he couldn't come in the house, because, you know, she had nigga in there already, right? Okay, so some background on Lamar. And I said this, Lamar may be the reason why I keep watching this show, because his character, I'm telling y'all, if y'all have not seen BMF, y'all will understand why. So Lamar was like the biggest drug dealer on the block. He got arrested, and his lawyers did a plea deal for him to go to a mental facility instead of going to jail. So when Reagan came into to the office to become the president or whatever, he pretty much emptied out the mental facilities, right? So that means Lamar had to go from the mental facility to jail, okay? When he came out, okay, when this man came out, he was upset because not only is his girlfriend with somebody else, but the block that he used to be in charge of, his blocks are now being taken over by Meech and the other crew. And Meech is the man who is messing with his girlfriend. So his whole thing is, I'm going to get my block back, right? Okay, so you have Lucille and Charles talking about the mortgage. I already, you know, pretty much explained earlier that, you know, he makes the money, he bring home the money, she pay the bills. Shit got tough, the car broke down, his paycheck ain't paying for all of that. She had to get a job at Wendy's, and basically this bitch is tired. She is tired of living this way. And, you know, she's tired of being worried, and she kind of wants him to do something about it. Also, the daughter has a trip that they need to, you know, give her some money for, and now she may not even go on the trip. So, you know, it's one of those things. Terry is at his girlfriend's baby shower. He comes in there, he pays for everything, but now he got to go. I thought the men were really not supposed to be at the baby showers anyway. Is that just me? I haven't had a baby yet, so I don't know. I thought they just come in, they spoke, they say hi, then they go. That's what I thought it was. I didn't know the men really stayed. I don't know. Y'all tell me down in the comment section. Okay, so remember when I was telling y'all about Coach? So this is what the coach did. He stops the lady that was giving was giving Meech and his crew issues at the beginning of the episode, right? Basically, he tells her, if you don't stop, you know, giving Meech issues about him selling dope in that area, then I'm going to turn your son in to the feds or to the cops, because he is a cop. So he was going to arrest her son for selling drugs or whatever. So he basically told her to leave them people alone. And we find out later on in the episode, her son is part of Meech's crew. So she left it alone. Meech and his mother talk. This is what my whole thing is. So Meech and his mother are talking, right? And she basically says she cannot take his money because it's wrong. It's immoral. I get it. But I also, if she had taken that money, I also would have understood it as well. Because they are so financially, they are really struggling financially. And I would not have been mad at her if she took the money. I wouldn't have been mad at it. In Meech's mind, he's like, I'm doing what I have to do to take care of my family. I can take care of this. We ain't got to struggle no more. But in her mind, she's like, you fucked up. I can't do that. It is morally fucked up for me. I cannot do that. So I understand why she didn't take the money. So Meech and Terry meet up with the crew. There's a young lady over there named Kato. She played on a show. You know what she played on? It just hit me. So y'all, Kato is the only female in the crew, one of the drug dealers in the crew. She played on Acrimony. She played young Taraji P. Henson in Acrimony. But anyway, she basically sold some drugs for half the price. And their crew, their whole thing is they're the $50 crew or whatever they call themselves, because they're selling a certain amount of crack for $50. Motherfuckers, that's too expensive. People ain't got $50. So what she did was she sold it to them half the price, and she made some money. And so I think Terry and the other young man said that doesn't sound like a bad idea. It does, people are not making money like that. It's hard times out here. People ain't got $50 to be paying for no crack, especially no damn crackhead. Okay, they ain't got $50, shit, but they'll do whatever they can for some drugs. Okay, I got that. So I think what they ended up doing, Meech, his brother, and the other young man, I think what they did was they cut down some of that crack and they sold it for half the price. So yes, you're still getting crack and you're still getting, you're still getting your drugs, but you're not getting as much, but you're paying less of the cost instead of paying $50 for however much you're getting. I don't know. That's what I got from it. Y'all let me know down in the comments if I'm wrong. I don't know nothing about the drug game. Okay, I'm just telling you what it looked like to me. Okay, so now we are at Boss's party. We see everyone in there looking nice, and they got on their big shades, their fur coats. They out here, right? So then we also see Lamar. He's at the bar lurking. He sees Cash Doll and he sees Meech. They eyeing each other, whatever the case may be. The other people, the competition, comes up to him. They try to approach him. He ain't trying to hear that or whatever the case may be. We also see Lala. Lala is a wife. Her name is Marquita, something like that. She's somebody's wife. So hopefully throughout the season, we'll get more of that. We'll get more of her character. We'll see more of her. I don't know. It seemed like she may be somebody's wife, but she may want a little side piece. Okay, so we'll see some more of that. She looks good, by the way. Okay, so then Meech and his brother Terry talks to their boss. I cannot remember his name. And they said they need more product. And he says, well, I can't give you more product right now, because if you're selling too much, people are, officials, cops gonna start showing up because they're like, what's going on here? So he can't give it to them right now. So then Meech and Terry have a conversation by the water, and they're basically thinking about going independent, starting on their own, getting their own product and selling it and calling themselves, not really answering to nobody, kind of cutting their boss out of the deal or whatever the case may be. Okay, so then Terry has his baby. It's a good moment. For the moment, everybody is getting along. That's what babies do. Babies come into the world. You got Meech talking to his father. They know they're joking, they clowning, or whatever the case may be. So now a couple of days later, oh my, y'all, this is what gets me into this show. It was so good. So a couple of days later, Terry just came back from the hospital with his baby. And you got Meech, she's in the car calling, basically saying, dude, where you at? Where you at? Come on. And then the girlfriend is like, yeah, you can go ahead and go. But she tells him, I left the pacifier in the car. Can you go get the pacifier and bring it in the car and bring it to me before you leave, right? He goes and get the pacifier, and while he's getting the pacifier, he gets shot. Bitch, he gets shot. And y'all, who do y'all think shot Terry? Do y'all think it was Lamar, or do you all think it was them kids from the school? Because they also came to the club that night and got played. So I really think that, I may be wrong, but I really, really think it was them dudes from his school who shot him. And it's going to get good from there. I hope it gets good, because it really brought me in, right? But that was it. Y'all let me know how y'all enjoyed BMF. Is this something y'all want me to keep reviewing? Just let me know how y'all feel about it. Give me your thoughts and your opinions down below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel. Put down in the comments who y'all thought shot Terry. Do y'all think it was Lamar? Or do you think it was them kids from school? Until next time, toodles.